Hello everyone, my name is Lexus Horn and this is my agency report. So first, the purpose of this presentation is to educate others about Brazoria County Dream Center, also known as BCDC, and to highlight how they promote food security for Brazoria County residents. So first, a few different definitions before we start. First, food insecurity. This is a term from the USDA, which means when people do not have enough food or when they do not know where their next meal is going to come from. Next, TEFP. This is the Food Emergency Food Assistance Program. This is a federal program that provides food to low-income families at no cost. And these are the income guidelines for this program. Next is the CSFP defined. This is the Commodity Supplemental Food Program. This is the program that provides food to low-income individuals that are 60 years of age and up. Next, we have the HUD. This is income limits made by the Department of Housing and Urban Development to determine who's eligible for housing assistance. And these are the income levels right here. And then welcome to Brazoria County Dream Center. So first, what is Brazoria County Dream Center? So BCDC is a private nonprofit 501c3 agency that was established in April of 2007 to help combat food insecurity in the Brazoria County through programs and services. And some of the funding sources for this agency are corporate and individual donations, program sponsors, fundraisers, grants, and rental income. So a little agency overview. The mission statement is to empower Brazoria County residents by meeting basic needs, promoting food security, and connecting individuals to resources that build stability, dignity, and hope. The vision statement, a community where every individual and family has reliable access to the resources they need to thrive. Purpose statement is to meet the basic needs of individuals and families while fostering hope, dignity, and empowering in our community. Next, tagline, empowering communities, renewing hope. The key services are the Dream Pantry, Senior Home Deliveries, Kid Field, Crisis Resource, Technology Resource Center, Back to School Bash, and Dream Gifts. And then the population that are served through this agency are individuals and families who are low to moderate income or homeless. Next, for my volunteer experience, I served as an intern. So through this position, I was able to get some behind the scenes shadowing and experience, and as well as hands-on experience. So I was able to meet with and shadow the finance manager, program manager, warehouse manager, and the CEO of the organization, and learn more about what they do, what their role is, and to keep the agency flowing. And then the hands-on experience, I was able to work in the food pantry. I restocked items at the beginning and ending of the shift, and bagged everybody's groceries. And then the warehouse, that was gathering supplies for a restock and sorting the in-kind donations and products we received from the Houston Food Bank. And then through this experience, I was able to gain insight on the operations and behind the scenes of running a nonprofit organization, as well as insight on areas of improvement for services offered in rural communities. So we're going to get into the programs and services offered at BCDC. So first, we have the Dream Pantry. This is a client choice grocery style food pantry. So this is where the TEFP levels come in. So BCDC helps everyone that comes in. However, since we get USDA products from the Houston Food Bank, only individuals that meet those TFAP guidelines are able to receive those foods. And then anyone else who is above those guidelines, we do have a separate blue card pantry for them, that they're able to receive the non-USDA alternatives of those specific items. And then also those CSFP boxes are given out at the food pantry to eligible members. Next, we have the Senior Home Deliveries. So this is a service where volunteers will take food pantry items and CSFP boxes to the doorstep of homebound seniors in 11 different communities surrounding BCDC who are homebound for various reasons and cannot come to the pantry themselves. Next, we have Kid Field. This is a program where 6 different school districts partner with BCDC to provide children with meals over the weekend and during school breaks. However, this program is only running and operational during the school year, and children are referred to this program through their school counselors. Next, We have the Crisis Resource Program. So this is a program that meets the basic needs of individuals. So this is clothing, hygiene, any household items. So for example, if anyone who is experiencing homelessness, if they need clothes, shoes, hygiene items, they can come to this program and get what they need. Or if someone just received emergency custody placements of children, they can go and they're to receive the things they need for their children. However, when it comes to children, they have had to become a little bit stricter. So those really are in dire cases of emergency that they will provide items for children. Next is the Technology Resource Center. So this is a center that is available to anybody who needs it. This is basically a computer lab that's located in the facilities, and the Wi-Fi is sponsored by Comcast. So this is a computer lab where anybody, y'all have to do is sign up, state the date, what you're going to use it for, and they can use the computers for a variety of tasks, such as if they have a job application they need to fill out, a school application they need to fill out, or if they're doing a certification, they can do the work, the application, if they need to book any type of transportation or anything like that will help better their lives. They're able to come in, use it free of cost. Next, we have the Back to School Bash. So this is a yearly event that BCDC puts on and sponsors. So students are able to receive a backpack full of school supplies for their grade level, some socks, some shoes, and a hygiene kit. Registration is required for this event, so parents will need to provide birth certificates, and proof of income, proof of address, things like that. And for programs like this one, they do track the HUD levels just for grant purposes, because a lot of grants do ask for that information. Next, we have the Dream Gifts. This is a program that provides Christmas gifts to children ages 0 to 17. This program also requires a registration, same process as the Back to School Bash, and it also does track the HUD levels of the families for grant purposes. Next, the client referral services. So BCDC does try to help everybody that comes to the door, but sometimes people are seeking more than what BCD offers. So BCDC is a part of a larger agency network. So in-house, BCDC does rent out space to currently 2 different organizations. The first one is River of Hope, which offers rent and utility assistance. Next is MyCHN, which is a nonprofit that provides medical care, and they will soon be adding another agency that provides rehab and behavioral help. And during my time, I was able to attend an interagency meeting that was hosted by United Way, who is a big partner of BCDC. And there, some of the organizations present were Salvation Army, which is a homeless center, Gulf Coast Transit, True to Life Ministries, the Brazoria County Library System, and many other organizations. Next, some of the challenges and opportunities that I were able to experience. So one large challenge is limited funding and resources. Unfortunately, these 2 areas are extremely limited due to them being in a rural area. Also, there's a large difficulty in securing unrestricted funding. This is funding that will go towards if there's a leak that needs to be fixed, the water bill, rent, things like that. A lot of things people don't think about when they are donating their money. Next is there is a lack of services in the area due to it being a rural area and not being very developed. For example, there's only one homeless center in all of Brazoria County, and it is not in a central location at all, so it's very difficult for people to get to, and it fills up very fast. Also, at the facility itself, there's very limited dry storage space and refrigerator storage space, so they are having to kind of get rid of things as quickly as possible before they go bad. And some of the opportunities for growth I noticed are there definitely is a need for establishing a second location, which can help a lot more people. Second, there's a lot of requests for a legal aid service, so that can be another partner agency that they have some of that rental space for. And then lastly, resources for homeless. As I stated earlier, there's only one homeless shelter in Brazoria County, so a lot of people don't get the help that they need, so there is a need to increase the facilities for homeless individuals. And then a little reflection on my time. So for personal insights, I definitely recognize the importance of unrestricted funding for nonprofit organizations because they cannot run without this funding. And also the importance of social services in rural communities. A lot of times rural communities don't have the services they need to help their members because they're rural and they lack the resources that they need. Next, recognize the importance of serving within my own community. We definitely need to help those around us and within our own communities, because someone 10 minutes down the road might be fine, good, they're middle class, middle income, they're doing good. But then if you go direction the other 10 minutes, it can be a complete opposite story. So we need to make sure everyone around us has what they need. And then some future contributions. Definitely a commitment to addressing service gaps in rural communities, and also a commitment to advocating for an increase in unrestricted fundings for agencies across the board. Next, some of the social worker values I noticed present within BCDC during my time are service, integrity, and dignity worth for all clients. So first, service. BCDC has a commitment to serving all clients facing food insecurity. They will help everyone that walks through the door in whichever way they can. They do not turn anyone away. That is against their policy. 2, integrity. Since BCDC is a 501c3 organization, all of their finances are public record. With a quick Google search, you can see how much they made, their revenue, their cost, how much the CEO is getting paid. Very transparent, and they do audits all the time. And lastly, dignity and worth. A large part of why they set the food pantry up as a grocery style client choice was in order to ensure every client is treated with the utmost dignity, worth, and respect. And some of the standards present are 1.01 commitment to clients, 1.16 referral of services, and 4.02 discrimination. And a conclusion, BCDC plays a vital role in combating food insecurity and building hope with Brazoria County residents. And lastly, community support and agency partnerships are critical to the success of agencies. And thank you. If you have any more questions, please reach out to BCDC by any of the following. Their phone number is 979-388-0280. You can visit their website, www.bcdreamcenter.org, or email them at info@bcdreamcenter.org. And here's a list of my references.